Hello guys, welcome back to another video. It's no name Sent. Today I'm going to tell you guys a story. Before we get started, I want you guys to go check out my friend's YouTube channel, Chicken Dude and D Money Optional. I hope you guys like what they post. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, let's get started. So I remember this story happens back like when I was in Arizona. In kindergarten, I think I was. This is a lockdown story. It was one day and school was about to end. Like probably 20 more minutes before school ended. And so what had happened was that on the intercom, they came up and said, "Oh, this is not a drill, this is lockdown." And obviously I didn't know what a lockdown was as a kindergartner. I was pretty little. Oh my, these guys can't catch. So like I was saying, I didn't know what it was. Bro, are we serious? I just got intercepted. I guess, bro. So like I said, I didn't really know what lockdown was. And I just didn't really pay much attention. All I remember is that my teacher turned off the lights and told us to all go in the corner. And my mom had bought me this watch. I think it was a Paw Patrol one. And they had like lights and stuff, and it would make noise whenever you'd press on a specific button. So I was pretty excited about that. And I would just be flexing off to my friends. While the lockdown was happening, I was just talking to my friends. And, like, I didn't really pay much attention because obviously, like I said, didn't know what a lockdown was. So I didn't really have much to care. So our teacher obviously got me in trouble. She said, "Please stop." And obviously I didn't listen because the Paw Patrol watch was cool. And I continued to play with it. And it wasn't until my teacher told me to stop playing with it that's when I started to pay attention. And because she said that if I didn't stop playing around with it, that she would take it away. And obviously I didn't want to get my watch taken away, so I listened to her, sat quietly in the corner, and it took us like around 30 minutes before they said that we could get out. And it was a pretty experience. I was trying to get out already. It was a scary experience now looking back at it, but back in the day I obviously didn't know what a lockdown was, so I didn't really pay much attention to it back then. But now as the years go on, I realized that I did probably something dumb that could have got us killed. Now, to be honest, no one ever really told me what had happened. Some people said that it was no one, just a homeless guy going around in school. And some other people said that it was someone that was armed. So when I went outside, I was playing around with this bracelet thing, and my friend came up to me, but she was a little bit of a liar, so I didn't really trust her on this. She said that her brother had gotten out of prison and she came looking for him and she had a knife and everything. Now, I'm not sure if the cops arrested the guy. I'm not sure what they did, but yeah, it was a pretty crazy experience, to be honest. Looking back at it, it was pretty scary. Alright, now for the second story. Now it's time for the second story. The second story takes place back in 4th grade. And it was a peaceful day. It was pretty sunny outside. And we was about to be lunch. It was 10 minutes before lunch. So everyone was pretty hyped. We were about to go play basketball with me and my friends. But then out of a sudden, the bell just starts ringing, the alarm. And everyone gets scared. They jump off their seats. And my teacher's like, "Oh, hold on. We got to wait to hear what they say." And they were like, "Evacuate. This is not a drill." So we go outside and it smells like burned. So now we have basically confirmed that something around the school was burning. And we go outside. We take there a couple of minutes to get outside, 1 minute, 2 minutes. And then once we're outside, we go onto the front lawn. Now everyone's just trying to figure out what happened, why are we outside, what part of the building is burning down. Should we be concerned if the school, some part of it caught on fire? Now luckily, it took the firefighters, didn't take them too long to get back in there. Because we had, the fire was at the back of the school. So really, it didn't manage to reach any of the building because at our old school, we had this grass area and it was, big. You could play soccer, baseball, and it was pretty big, so it really didn't burn the school down. It just burned, part of the grass. And then a few minutes later, I think days later, found out that this homeless guy was trying to make a fire at the back of the school because our school was kind of at the end where the fence was at. There's this little walkway and some homeless people live there. So apparently one of the homeless guys tried to start a fire, and they caught on fire, like the grass area. I'm not sure if they caught this guy or something. Oh, I'm sorry for the little game thing. I'm not sure if they caught this guy or something, but I don't know, man. And I remember I saw a helicopter flying over that day, and I was like, oh, we're gonna be on the TV, guys. It was a pretty scary experience overall, because at that point I had known what fires and like that could do. I was in a kindergarten no more, so yeah, it was pretty scary. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty scary experience overall. I was scared, honestly, because I didn't know what was going to happen next. It wasn't, and then a couple minutes later, like maybe 40 minutes later, we were able to go back into the school. And since lunch had already passed, we didn't get recess, but we did luckily get to eat lunch. I remember what I ate still. I ate like a hot dog. It was pretty delicious, not gonna lie. And then we had our band class, our music class, and that was it for like that story. Alright, on to the next story. Now this story is very interesting because this happened all in PE. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. But last year we were playing flag football in PE, and we had decided to make our own team, and we had picked all of our friends, so we didn't really think that the team would be that bad. And let me tell you, when I say it was bad, it was horrible. I remember when our first game went pretty well. The only thing is that the other team was stalling. So when they got the score, we only had like 30 seconds to score left. So it wasn't really fair. And thanks to that, we didn't win. And our next game, it was a pretty tough one because we lost bad. My friend had said, oh, no, you can't be quarterback because you're not good at quarterback. So I was like, okay, you give it a shot then. And on his first play, he throws an interception. Mind you, he threw it to the left side of the field. No one was on the left side of the field. He threw it straight to the other team, and they got a pick six. And we lost by like 3 possessions, so it was a pretty bad game. And our next one, I remember that apparently we were playing against a group of girls, and apparently the girl had called hike, but we didn't really hear it. And yeah, so we didn't really react on time. Left the field almost wide open so that they could score an easy touchdown. And we only had a minute left, so we had to hurry up. So on our first play, it was incomplete. None of us caught it. Second play, another incompletion. Third play, another incompletion. And then the fourth, a miracle happened, and my teammates finally caught the ball. So we were pretty sad. We were midfield. I threw it. They caught it. We were like about 10 feet from the end zone. And I threw it again, incomplete. And then we ran it, and he got stopped super close. So imagine, it's a 4th down already. Game on the line. Probably 25 seconds left to score. I hike the ball. My teammates get open. I find my target. I throw it to him. And in the end, it gets swatted away by our own teammate because he tried to get greedy and catch it. But he can't catch. So when he tried to catch it, it bounced off his hands, incomplete, down to the ground. And it just straight up went down. It was horrible. So we obviously lost that game. And then we did end up winning one and tied one. But that was because it was big games. And our teacher didn't really want to play anymore. Yeah. And our season was very bad. Honestly, we were very lucky to even get a win. But, a win is a win. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and go check out my friends' YouTube channels. I think you guys might like what they have. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Bye.